Hey guys, how are we all doing? It's true, me and Aiden Ross clips were on hiatus at the same time. That must have been really hard for you for both of us to be MIA. But regardless, the holidays are here, the year is coming to a close, I'm congested, it's freezing outside, and I think it's time to join around the circle for the 3rd annual definitive ranking of pop culture moments. I will say whenever I do these and read through the submissions, I feel like this teacher, at points, as in I don't know what half of these mean. You know the drill at this point probably, we gotta get into the tiers. First rank, bottom of the barrel.
Get ready with me to go to Greece! Pack my makeup with me to go to Greece. Pack with me to go to Greece. Travel with me to Santorini.
This is for the loud, annoying, persistent, unfunny, inexplicable memes. Not to be confused with labeling Miss Michaela as such. All I know about this girl is that she seems to have the type of excitement you usually only see in a small German child who's been allowed to drink cola and play Fortnite. Yippee! Yoo-hoo to you too, little boy. You're probably having a time on Fortnite Festival right now. Next we have Make It Happen Waterboy. This is for the memes and moments that people were throwing their entire thumb into making a thing, but just... Oh, you've almost got it? If you just twist, no, like, oh, for fuck's sake, never mind. This is for anything that was not as bad as Grease, but also wasn't good either, despite many people trying to make it happen. Next we have What the Hell Sure. This is for perfectly fine memes. Serve their purpose, probably will be left in 2024. Probably for a good reason. The next year was supposed to be I'm in Queer Media, but unfortunately that moment now ranks as Get Ready With Me to Go to Greece, so it's been switched to Radiation Baby. Aww, so cute. This is for the memes that I find funny, but whenever I try to explain them to someone with normal screen time, they start to look at me like I'm the oldest dog in a shelter. And for the final tier... Sorry, I thought I heard a knock at the door. It's a Christmas miracle! He's here! BBL Quaker Man has returned like Santa. Or better yet, the Star of Bethlehem that led the 3 wise men to baby Jesus. This is for the hits of the year, alright? Radiant, show-stopping, potentially overdone, but so funny to me that I'm gonna look the other way. In his direction, am I right? Nose empty for you this year, eh, Mr. Oates? Before we start ranking, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, ThredUp. While the winter usually makes me want to bundle up like the great unknown, this holiday season, I'm gonna be cute, comfortable, and not scaring toddlers. If you didn't know, ThredUp is an online consignment and thrift store, and they're one of the largest fashion resale platforms on the planet. I've really gotten into thrifting in the past few years just because I find trying to buy new clothes just an awful experience. I don't like a lot of things that are trending right now, and the quality's always shit from a butt, and ThredUp just makes it a lot easier for me to buy secondhand in the first place. You can filter by size, brand, or occasion. That way you're looking through clothes that are actually relevant to what you're looking for, rather than sifting through a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't even fit in or like. And it's a great way to get unique pieces without having to break the bank. Their holiday shop is running right now, and I've actually been using it to get some affordable festive outfits. Like head to toe this New Year's, I will be wearing ThredUp. I'm gonna be in the wilderness for it, so I wanted something that would be practical and cozy, but still cute. The first thing I got was this blue MAKNAE sweater from Free People. This was originally $158, but I got it for $45.99. Mind you, it's originally from Free People, so it's really nice quality, it's super cozy and thick, but I didn't have to pay Free People prices for it. I paired it with these Anthropology pants that have a really nice flare at the bottom and a nice button detail, and these used to be $159 and I paid only $42.99 for them. I also picked up a scarf. I'm obsessed with this thing. It reminds me of rainbow fish, and I love the tinsel that's weaved into it. I think it's very like subtly festive. And this scarf was originally $25 and I got it for only $11.99. ThredUp also has a really great shoe selection. I got these really cute Blondo boots with a cool buckle detail on them. These were originally estimated to be $127 and I got them for $42.99. I also picked up an outfit I'm going to be wearing for gingerbread house making. I wanted to tap into my inner Harper Finkel, so I got this one, which was originally $25 and I got it for $13.99. And I decided to pair them with some Free People jeans that I also got from ThredUp. These were originally $127 and I got them for $42.99. If you're kind of stumped on outfits to wear over the holidays, definitely check out ThredUp. You can use my link below or use my code HOLIDAYS with Casey and you'll get 45% off and free shipping on your first order. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's get into the submissions. January started off strong and angry. Like Megan Thee Stallion came out swinging. She whacked Drake, Nicki, Partisan Fontaine, Tory Lanez. It was a very tough day for Canadian men who participate in street interviews.
Broski, I can't even lie, like there's bare gerbs fam, like I'm telling you, bare gerbs.
Whatever he said. My favorite line was, these guys hate on BBLs and be walking around with the same scars. But what caught everyone's attention was this line. These hoes don't don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's Law. Megan's Law being what makes it required for sex offender registration to be made public, which everyone took as a jab at Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Petty. All hell breaks loose and Nicki responds, many times. I actually don't think I've ever seen anyone tweet so much over so many days in my life. And I used to try to get a Zayn follow on Twitter in 2011, so that's saying something. Nicki then comes out with her response track, Bigfoot, and everyone was tuned in. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot. The first time I was listening to the song in the middle of the night and that whispering part came on, I jumped out of my skin because I thought she was in my ear placing a hex on me. Naturally, that part goes viral on TikTok.
Hello?
Ho, the things that you've lied about, even pertaining to your mom.
A chart battle ensued, and Hiss ended up #1 on Billboard, while Bigfoot had the biggest opening day for a female rap song of the year. And guess what? I'm saying Switzerland on this shit. Because you are out of your goddamn mind if you think that I'm saying anything about this situation. Considering this happened in the same year that a Barb showed up at someone's house, and that someone was a Dua Lipa fan. Like, out of all the people, Dua Lipa? Granted, they had posted a video online of them in front of their own house being like, hey, come and get me.
Dan Twitter, please come to my house, right here.
So then a Barb came and got him.
Cardi tanked. Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap. Fuck Dua Lipa.
Very interesting video footage ensues.
Hi, Ryan.
Just because I said I don't like Nicki Minaj? Really? You booked a flight from LA to Phoenix? You spent a couple $100 on a flight. You flew over here to Phoenix, ordered an Uber to my house to fight me.
What did I do? I didn't do nothing.
I'm gonna say BBL Quaker tier beef though. Like, this was fun. Taylor and Travis at the Super Bowl was bound to be a massive moment. Unfortunately, it also produced this.
So happy that my Javi made it to the big game. One step closer to Kelsey being my last name. But if you feel like you ain't worthy, you can call me Mrs. Taylor Purdy.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but there's another song that people were like, this is what Taylor Swift sounds like to non-Taylor Swift fans.
But when I was 15, when it all begun, did it ever cross your mind that maybe you should run? I guess not.
Like, these are the same song to me. And of course, during the game, there were a lot of private jet memes. I'm gonna give this what the hell sure though. This was also the year of the Who the Fuck Did I Marry story time. Guys, this lady, I love her. You know how when you're on a stationary bike in the gym, they have like TVs set up so you can like watch something while you're biking? My ass had my phone propped up on the bike watching this for several days.
Put your phone away, let's get to work. I'm not the one.
Part 43, who the fuck did I marry?
Like, I was locked in. This could be the greatest storyteller of our time. And she did this on an iPhone while driving to work. This was huge though and sparked a ton of copycats. Some people did do recaps, but I am firm on the belief that the magic comes from the lady's mouth herself. I'm gonna give this Radiation Baby because whenever I told people how long this series was and that I actually watched the whole thing, I could see that I had unintentionally shifted the way that they viewed me as a person for the rest of my life. The fall of Ice Spice and the chicken salad. Ice Spice had a rough year, alright? You know it's bad when those faceless AI-generated voice channels start making videos like,
the fall of Ice Spice.
Like, why are you talking like that? Miss Poopy's debut album Y2K did not go over well at all this summer, and to make matters worse, her opener on tour, Cleotrapa, ended up making a TikTok series detailing why she left the tour early. And it was because of mistreatment by not only Ice Spice's staff, but Ice Spice herself.
You are dead. You really look dead.
Including a moment where the entire team went out to get a steak dinner but didn't invite her, and then when she asked for a chicken salad because she was hungry, they said she wasn't part of the budget.
Why is your production saying that I'm not a part of the budget for a chicken salad? Chicken salad? I'm not a part of the budget for a chicken salad?
And Ice Spice decided to respond with this poll.
You not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so much food, you fucking vacuum, that the server was like, where did the food go?
This whole entire plate has been eaten, sir.
I'm gonna say what the hell sure, because this was funny, but I feel like this is gonna be left in this year. Beyond the Hiss and Bigfoot beef, Nicki Minaj had a big year. She was arrested at the Amsterdam airport while on Instagram Live, which in retrospect is funny. I feel like she always has really funny Instagram Live clips for some reason.
You're talking about my show?
Yes.
What about it?
But honestly, it was a good idea. She was surrounded by a bunch of cops that weren't telling her why she was arrested and were just telling her to blindly get in a car.
Under arrest for what?
Stop filming now.
I'm under arrest for what?
This happened during the world tour for Pink Friday 2, which also kept going viral because of this fan interaction moment she would have during The Night Is Still Young. This moment alone makes this tour BBL Quaker. Next, we have the Willy Winks experience. The Willy Wonka experience took the internet by storm after a company decided to use AI to promote its event as a immersive Willy Wonka experience that cost $40. But attendees were definitely expecting those like cool pop-up events you see in America. Little did they know that they were arriving to an empty warehouse with these two divas. We had a guy charmingly named the Unknown, in the true spirit of copyright evading Halloween costumes, and a very tired Oompa Loompa.
What is that? It's the Unknown.
I understand this in a very specific way because I'm also, despite my best efforts, terrible with children. Listen, I know I should not be victim blaming here, but on what planet are we seeing this and thinking, yes, I should take my child there? This is like TikTok Riz party levels of sketch. And everyone's waxing on about how the event should have been run better and there shouldn't have been AI, blah, blah, blah. If they wanted an actual Willy Wonka experience, her ass would have been there. Bon voyage, girl. I think what I love about these terrible events, though, is that no matter how shitty the world gets, there will always be a ball pit. And that's the type of consistency that keeps me grounded. And while this was run into the ground to an insufferable extent, that one clip to me is so fucking funny. Dare I say this is BBL Quaker. This was also the year of conspiracy theories, specifically Kate Middleton. It all started when people noticed that Kate hadn't been seen publicly in weeks, which prompted the question, where is Kate? So Kensington Palace comes out and is like, listen, she's getting surgery, we'll give some more info later. Twitter says, obviously, she's recovering from a BBL, while TikTok went,
I believe she's dead.
The hysteria got so insane that Kensington Palace put out a photo of her for Mother's Day to try to ease the minds of everyone, which only made things a billion times worse. It eventually came out in a video for Kate herself that she'd been away because she was undergoing treatment for cancer. And I'm gonna put this in Make It Happen Waterboy just because the theories were insane. People were doing a little too much. 2024 was also the year of Madame.
You did it.
I had a lot of fun with this, and so did the internet. Emma Roberts did not. She actually might hate my ass. Granted, do you want those seats filled or not, girl? Come on. You were in Little Italy. I thought you knew how to have a laugh. This was a really fun moment on the internet though, and seeing it in theaters is a lot of fun too. I also really appreciated that even walking around in the miserable, freezing cold month of February, I would see a bus stop with Dakota Johnson's face on it, and it would immediately make me laugh.
And if a madam well crashes into us.
It was like in a blizzard, she was a beacon of joy. I'm gonna say BBL Quaker. This was a lot of fun for me. 2024 was also a very big year for JoJo Siwa and her freestyle dance. My favorite submission for her was this one that listed specifically her humping in Poland, which upon further inspection was included because JoJo's apparently trying to represent Poland in Eurovision, which makes a bit more sense. I thought this person might just have beef with Poland. And while she's gotten hate for this, dare I say, I don't think there has ever been someone more built for Eurovision. And yes, I am gonna bring up Poland's 2014 submission, where the assignment was apparently, what if we ruined a little mix song? They even both get oddly sexual with it, like, it's kind of perfect. Let's leave this in 2024 though. What the hell, sure. Challengers was so fun. I loved it. No group of 3 people are spared these days. Like, this movie still has impact. Tennis was the sport of the summer. People got really into churros. I considered a bob. Oh dear. I'm gonna put this in What the Hell, sure. She did have her moment, but I feel like this is definitely gonna be left in 2024. Next we have that dumb Four Seasons Orlando baby.
Who wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando?
I don't know why, but I am scared of this baby. Actually, I'm lying. I do. It's because I feel like at 14 months, this baby would have kicked my ass at 20 months. She washes me in the motor skills department. Like, that's not how you use a shovel, you idiot. The memes of this were pretty funny. Stay past this welcome a little too long, but what can you do? That kind of comes with the territory of baby videos. I'm gonna say what the hell, sure. All right, let's get into Chappell Roan. She had a massive year, like absolutely gigantic. It all started after she opened for Olivia Rodrigo, then dropped Good Luck Babe, her iconic Coachella performance that went viral.
My name is Chappell Roan. I'm your favorite artist.
Then she started performing her unreleased song Subway during the festival circuit. Please release this. Please, 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 please. She wasn't immune to drama this year though. One of the bigger moments was her VMAs performance. She had to cancel her shows in Paris and Amsterdam in order to rehearse for it, which did not go over well with people who were not even attending the shows in the first place. Ray actually did something similar to perform, I think it was on Jimmy Fallon. Like, yes, the situation does suck, but it does happen, and at least there was advance notice. Like, obviously, it's a shitty situation, but I feel like people forget that these types of opportunities matter a lot for these artists. Like, obviously, these fans who are going to go to these shows have a right to be upset, in the same way that Chappell has the right to cancel. She also went viral a few times for her reactions to paparazzi.
Y'all at your Grammy party at this.
I gotta shut the f up, Chance. It's fine.
I thought this was funny, but it did not go over well with some people. They were claiming that she was being too much of a diva too early on in her career and that she wasn't built for fame. Like, okay, she's not built for fame then. See you next album cycle. I'm gonna say BBL Quaker tier for her because she obviously had a massive year, but also the commotion and the demand is there. Sabrina Carpenter also had a massive year. It all started with a few performances on the Eras tour with that amazing cover of Hopelessly Devoted to You. Then the release and performance of Espresso at Coachella, which immediately blew up and was followed by her hit album Short and Sweet. I don't think I've ever seen someone fumble a second single this hard, which then proceeded to go #1. And her single Taste was also a big hit. And the song allegedly is about Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabello, and herself. The funniest Sabrina Carpenter moment to me though this year was the reaction to the Juno positions. I'm 17 and I'm afraid of Sabrina Carpenter. Girl, why? She's like 4 nothing. I am so confused at how people are shocked that she's doing this on tour, considering that her last tour had all the horny ad-libs, and the current album she's promoting for this tour has a song with the lyrics, I'm so horny. Like, what did you expect her to do? Our God is an awesome God. Strong parallel to As Olivia I'm Livid here though. I'm gonna say BBL Quaker tier for her too. Next, we have the Timothée Chalamet Lookalike competition. All I'm gonna say is that Club Chalamet is gonna cook some of you alive for the way you were spelling that man's name in the submissions. This all started when posters advertising the event were popping up all over New York, so people were taking pictures of it and posting it online, and the turnout ended up being a lot bigger than I think anyone expected. The funniest part about this was Club Chalamet insisting that Timothy would never show up to this event. A few people have asked me if I'm sure Timothy won't attend that Lookalike event in NYC on Sunday. I'm not part of his management team, but I highly doubt he'll attend. He's busy filming, and I really think for security, that's the last place he needs to be. She did address the drama when he showed up, mentioning, I am not Buddha. Oh, but you are to me, Miss Club. And of course, due to the success, there were a ton of other iterations. Another standout was Glenn Powell's because he actually filmed a video for them, and he said that the winner is gonna get an extra spot in his new movie. But we're officially pushing it, okay? Why are we looking for Bach? I have lookalike competition burnout. And these guys are getting brand deals. The Timothée Chalamet version is definitely getting BBL Quaker, but spiritually the rest are getting Make It Happen Waterboy. Like, the original was just too perfect. You can't beat that. Alright, it's time to talk about the Costco guys. These guys have a cult following. It originally started with these two and their Costco orders.
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
We're Costco guys. Of course we had to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
And eventually snowballed into a whole world with diss tracks and music.
It's like the Polar Express, the way my name ring bells. I got checked out more than people in hotels.
Content aside, I am forever fascinated by the fact that the father has the eyes of a husky. Also, I'm not gonna lie, for most of the year when people would say the Rizzler, I thought they were talking about this guy. Come to realize it's this child.
And Big Joseph, we're gonna bring the...
Alright, good. You bring the...
Beyond the Jimmy Fallon appearance though, they've got brand deals too.
With the Flavor Maker combo from AMC. You can enjoy a movie without sex and a drink.
And the Flavor Maker combo costs much less than you think.
There's something very Buddy Valastro about them. Like, I think as a society, to be truly balanced, we need some sort of loud Italian family in the public eye. It just so happens that this generation seems to be very passionate about a double chocolate chunk cookie. Definitely Radiation Baby. This was also the year of grown adults beefing with children over Roblox. Dress to Impress was huge, and also built by a bunch of teenagers, which is crazy. There were a ton of really funny moments that came out of this. I did try to play this once, but I accidentally put on 4 dresses on top of each other, and I couldn't figure out how to take them off. And I was also bald and blue because nobody would tell me where to get hair. I was so goddamn embarrassed that while my girl was walking down the catwalk, I turned my computer off. Absolutely Radiation Baby though. I do not tell people that I've been on Roblox in my big age. Except for my little cousin, because she did say that she knows a scam to get me Robux. Zara Larson also had a viral moment this year with the Symphony meme, which was just her song Symphony playing over a photo.
I just wanna be part of your symphony.
I like this a lot, and I think it lasted for the perfect amount of time, so I'm gonna say Radiation Baby. Addison Rae also had a huge year. She featured on the Von Dutch remix, her single Diet Pepsi went super viral, and she even performed at MSG during the Sweat Tour. And she tapped into a little Madonna moment with her next single Aquamarine. I Got It Bad, Be Patient. I Will Avenge You. We're gonna give her Radiation Baby for now though. And of course we have to talk about Brat Summer. This was such a huge year for Charlie. She put out Brat and it did fantastic. And I love that for her, especially considering the last album that she had put out was one where she was playing into what she thought the general public wanted. So it's cool that the album that she felt was a return back to herself ended up being what did so well. And we got so many cool moments from this album. We got the Girl So Confusing remix with Lorde where she showed up at MSG to perform it, the guest remix with Billie Eilish, the viral Apple dance and people getting nasty trying to get on the Apple Cam on tour. And there were so many cool activations she did, like the different listening parties, the Brat wall that somebody smeared poop on. It's just nice to see somebody who has wanted to do so much cool shit finally get the commercial success to be able to pull it off. Absolutely BBL Quaker. Another pop culture phenomenon that had people acting like barn animals was Wicked. Naturally, there were tons of viral moments from the press tour. There were some more lighthearted ones, like this adorable child, and Ariana holding Cynthia's nail. But if there's anything we have to talk about when it comes to Wicked,
this week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that. Would you touch on
Y'all kill me with these vague fucking statements. What you trying to say?
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
What did she say and what did you hear?
I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the fuck of it all.
The moment I saw this clip, I recognized exactly what happened because this has happened to me. You're caught off guard, reflexively make up some insane lie out of nowhere, surprise yourself with that lie, but then have to commit to it. When I got into an Uber in Spain years ago, the driver had asked me in English if I didn't speak Spanish. So instead of saying yes, I blurted out oui, as in French. I don't even speak French. So I'm sat in the back of this Uber, completely dead silent, praying to God that this guy does not know French, feeling like a complete fraud, while spending the entire ride trying to figure out why I even lied about that. And that was in front of some random old man. Imagine doing that in front of Ariana Grande. On a more serious note, there was the Wicked packaging debacle, where people realized that the website on the back of the merchandise for Wicked was actually leading to a site that was clearly aware of what had happened because they made a Wicked themed splash page. Then there was Cynthia, who got upset over the fan edit of the poster and the phrase, "Is your pussy green?" This is the wildest, most offensive thing I've seen, equal to that awful AI of us fighting, equal to people posting the question, "Is your pussy green?" I'm a real life human being who chose to look down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. I think she's allowed to feel the way that she wants to feel about this, considering she probably was on the receiving end of some really annoying people who were pissed that she was cast as Elphaba, and that's probably been going on a lot longer than the press run. Like, I kind of get being in her position where you're dealing with people just being so fucking annoying constantly that some random thing is what makes you snap, but at the same time, that poor fan just wanted to show what it would look like. And the saying, "Is your pussy green?" has actually been around for a while. Granted, I don't think that's an excuse to like ask her, "Is your pussy green?" I will say though, the barrel of the camera thing, there is a strong parallel to looking Cam directly in the eye. Mind you, even after this, Planned Parenthood did not give a shit. They're out here asking, "Is your discharge green?" People were also very intense about the reactions to the press circuit.
I mean, when she says, "It's me," that bit.
Yeah.
Where? Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. And to tell all of us, I see, like you're telling all of us, I see you, you know?
Yeah. Truthfully, we're a bunch of crybabies over here.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like most of the dramatics can be chalked up to the fact that they are theater kids. Like, of course they're acting like this. Like, sorry, but this is an especially sweet moment. I don't care. I'll be the cornball, I'll say it.
From a nerdy theatre kid who was othered at school my whole life, this film means so much to me, and there are so many millions of kids like me who find refuge in The Witches. And I just want to let you know, I mean, I'm a nobody, but you did it. You did it.
We love you.
And why wouldn't you want them to? Like, this is exactly what I want from actors on press runs. This whole press run was very entertaining. So even though queer media and Holding Space have been beaten to death, I give it BBL Quaker tier. Alright, we gotta talk about Kendrick versus Drake. I did cover this beef in the last video, so we'll keep this short, but there has been an update that makes this a billion times funnier, as Drake is now claiming that the label he shares with Kendrick was working against him to boost Not Like Us streams through unfair playlisting, which is even funnier considering that years ago, Drake fans themselves were saying that the level of promo he was getting on Spotify was getting ridiculous. This really was crazy beef though, like everybody was involved. And where else would I put a situation involving BBL Drizzy than a BBL Quaker?
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
Nikocado Avocado was a topic of conversation this year. And this is because he shocked the internet with the news that he was now skinny. And the reason it was so shocking is because he had still been posting on one of his channels in, you know, so naturally people were a little surprised at the turnaround time. But it turned out he had pre-recorded a ton of different mukbangs so that while he was posting those in the background, he could lose weight. Some people think this was Ozempic. Honestly, I don't think it was. Ever since I saw that original 2 Steps Ahead clip, I've been a little scared of him. So I do think he has the ability to just like lock in like that. He's definitely the most sentient lol cow, which seeing the results of is kind of scary, actually. I'm gonna put this in what the hell sure though, because this did die down pretty quickly. The diva trend was this year as well. It went viral on TikTok after Dante Coley covered Beyonce's dance break for the song. Now let's wake this up for Deja Vu. Who do I have to pay for this to happen? Charlie D'Amelio, check your email. I've sent you an offer you cannot refuse. I'm gonna put this in Radiation Baby just because my personal favorite Beyonce meme of the year has to rank above this. Which, while we're on the topic,
16 carriages driving away while
the timing is just so good. Like her arm, doo. BBL Quaker tier, love it. Tokyo Tony was also memed this year with Birds of a Feather. I love the calming nature of this one. I also like this because it's clearly using a karaoke version, but if you put that out of your brain, it sounds like that Krill from Shark Tank is singing it. Radiation Baby for sure though. I know 4th grade lunch period was crazy the day this dropped. This was their bi sister. There are so many layers to this and each layer has like a 2-hour long video attached to it. And I'm sorry, but I just don't care about Mr. Beast enough for all of that. All I know is this is the kind of karma you get dealt when you get involved with lunch meat. Just release a Funko Pop like everybody else. Why are you selling sweaty hand packaged with liquid meth made by Logan Paul? And KSI, who I should probably mention because he had that terrible song come out this year too. I'm not talking about that any further. That was awful. Oh my god, wait, he already has one. The content that has come out of these 3 joining together gives me such a strong feeling of dread because I can picture the genre of toddler boy who likes it, and I just know that currently they're making their mother's life a living hell. Absolutely get ready with me to go to Greece. A clip from Broad City also went viral this year, but you probably know it better as...
Hey! Hey! Do you know them? No. But in the club, we all fam. What?
Unfortunately, this had a shelf life of like 30 seconds, which is expected because there's only so many times you can hear white girls running around saying in the club we all fam before it starts to sound like we're not saying it ironically. Sorry, kind of my fault. Definitely Grease though. Alright, time for Ning Ning is the MAKNAE. This all started because of a harmless video of Aspa praying over a cake.
I'm not trying to be messy, I promise you, but you know that video of Aspa eating the cake and it's like going re-viral for some reason? In Korea, you can't eat until the elders eat. Ning Ning is the MAKNAE, which means she's the youngest, and the fact that she ate first is crazy.
People found this response pretty funny considering that Ning Ning is Chinese. But what I love about this moment is that it led to the type of trend I love, which is any trend that prompts people to show someone serving, eating, all the above. Like, yeah, she did eat first, and maybe she should have. The album she's promoting required it. Like, you know a song is a hit when it sounds like somebody farted in the booth and the producer decided to turn it into the beat. This also got Robloxified, which I feel like is important to mention. I give this Radiation Baby though. Katy Perry.
Oh, let's make fun of the girl who took a risk and put herself out there creatively.
Make it happen, Waterboy. The Kia Asylum got a lot of press this year as well. A Kia is just a drag for someone who's irrelevant or just someone that nobody cares about, allegedly. And the whole idea of the Kia Asylum is that if you leave it, you're irrelevant. If you go back into it, you're not relevant anymore. And if you've never left it, then you've always been a Kia. First of all, Dua Lipa is not fully inside. Get her out. My god, you inspire one gif of a beach shark and suddenly it's over. I was fighting tooth and nail this year to provide for her flights this year, okay? I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna put this in Radiation Baby, but we need to be careful though. I think this could very quickly go Grease in the new year. Okay, next we have to talk about Julie Ragbeer. This all started when Pop Tings put out a promo tweet for an artist called Julie Ragbeer. If you didn't know, artists are able to message those accounts like Pop Crave, Pop Tings, basically any of those types of accounts and ask them to promote a song or an album for them for money. Usually these posts come and go with like zero attention. The most that they would get is like some meme notoriety. But Julie Regbeer was a different story. People decided to ironically stan her and turn her into a meme. I have to say, I'm kind of obsessed with how she used the same account to promote her popstar activities as the one that she uses to live tweet Survivor. But things snowballed even more when people listened to her music and realized how interesting a certain song was.
Mary went in Calgary.
Julia was smart to capitalize on this, and she ended up putting up vinyl and cassettes. The vinyl ended up selling out, but then there was a bit of drama. For starters, Julia ended up calling out Pop Crave for a tweet back in 2019 that she had paid for that they had deleted. She also had drama with Wikipedia because she really wanted a Wikipedia page, so people made one for her, but then it kept getting taken down. And the reasoning was because she wasn't notable enough for one. So she got pissed about that and tweeted her frustrations, which made people try again. But even after people trying to add edits saying to Wikipedia that she was notable enough for a page, all it led to was Wikipedia definitively putting an end to the conversation with this. Being reshared on a social media platform is a far cry from notability, and the article contains no other real info about this person. I think this belongs in What the Hell Sure. The Queen of Melrose had a big year too. It all started with my favorite video of her complaining about the parking situation at Madonna.
Oh my God, so we're here at the Madonna concert. Okay, $80 to park the car like 10 blocks away. So I just got my cardio. I need an oxygen tank and a cigarette at the same time. Then they say no bags. Now, is this a big bag, guys? Come on. It is. But these girls have little bags, and look, check them in, no bags. They said you have to have a clear bag. When was the last time you worked at Macy's, bitches? I can't. I just want to see Madonna.
I love her so much, and she's not even wrong. Tell me the last time you saw a PVC bag at Macy's. You want me to show up with this to Madonna? Her most mainstream video, though, is definitely...
So we moved to LA. My father gets a job at the Palm restaurant.
She really capitalized on this, though. She's a paper cover. She had a campaign with Boy Smells, too. Honestly, I never get tired of her. BBL Quaker tier. Of course, we have to talk about Nasty. It blew up on TikTok this year along with this video.
Nasty, I've been a nasty girl. Nasty, I've been a nasty girl.
Let's put some of that same energy into her Christmas album, though.
Is somebody gonna match my
joy?
Is somebody gonna
don my gay apparel?
BBL Quaker tier for sure, though. Love her. This clip of Barron Trump when he was a kid on CNN is inescapable.
I like my suitcase.
I fucking love this video. I haven't been this obsessed with somebody's intonation since that Pinocchio remake, or anything that Grace Randolph says.
I'm really glad we talked it through as well. And you guys taught me something new about the gay community. I didn't know that self-esteem was, those self-esteem issues were that rampant.
He sounds like that cunty teacup though, and I love that. BBL Quaker tier. The Domingo SNL skit also went viral this year. It was originally starring Ariana Grande, and they were like singing along to the instrumental of Espresso.
guys on the dance floor grooving, yeah. We say no thanks, she's taken, yeah.
And because it was so popular, they ended up doing a second version another night with Charlie XCX, and the instrumental was switched to Hot to Go. Don't get me wrong here, I love Ariana and Charlie, but I did not find these funny at all. But the amount of people who did, I felt like I was in like an alternate universe. Like I'm glad it resonated with a lot of people, but I don't get it. So make it happen, Waterboy. Okay, we have to talk about the animal beef between Moo Deng and Pesto the penguin. I do think Moo Deng edged in front public opinion-wise, though like many female stars, she had to face the harsh brunt of celebrity. Predict a salad next, fatty. Also the song, honestly, too much. Granted, I am biased because personally my animal of the year was the nosy monkey. Love them. Reminded me of Maurice. We're gonna put them in What the Hell Sure just because like every year there's a new animal. Big thank you to the Olympics for this TikTok trend. And dare I say it's a fair trade-off for forcing those poor Olympians to swim in the poo-poo lagoon. A few Olympians went viral as well, like that Pistolist diva, Kim Yeji, and Yusuf Dikak, who competed with only his prescription glasses, but still somehow won silver. The most popular Olympian by far, though, was Ray Gunn. First thought was, why the hell is she representing the country? But then on second thought, it started to make sense.
My teaching methods are fairly unique.
Someone join in.
I get pretty experimental, and I go crazy sometimes. I just let loose, so they can see someone at a professional industry level.
Maybe she is the right choice. She was so bad though, it started a conspiracy theory that she had scammed her way onto the team. All of that ended up being proven fake though. Apparently the reality was just that the scene in Australia is super tiny and that's how she got in. Regardless of that, apparently the judges that sent her in even admitted that as she was going, they knew she was going to get demolished at the games. Absolutely BBL Quaker tier. Great Olympics, this specifically was hilarious to me though. 2024 was also the year of the Gypsy Rose press tour after she was released from prison in December of 2023, which is crazy because it feels like that all happened so long ago. The amount of lives that girl has lived in the past 365 days though. Just to give you a quick recap, she exits prison with her husband Ryan Anderson that she'd married while in prison. By March, they split up. The next month, she's back with a guy named Ken Urker that she had previously dated while in prison years before Anderson. And by July, she's announced that she's pregnant with Urker's kid on YouTube. Like, she has a new memoir coming out, a baby on the way, has restricted her comments. Thank God. Like, I think the early memes were funny, but it really quickly became quite strange and people were being really weird to her. So I think we put her in what the hell sure, just because I think she needs to be left in 2024 for everyone's sake. I wish her well. The next ones are a batch of memes, so it's What I Do, the clip of Kelly Osbourne saying In the Sense That, Onika Burgers, Donatella Versace, the Grinch knee surgery one, and Ellie and Mason House. The reason I'm grouping them all together is because none of them are from 2024, but they were submitted a lot, and I fear they have to be placed in Make It Happen Waterboy, because why are we doing all this again? I feel like I'm being gaslit into thinking these never happened before. Next, we have Lana Del Rey getting married to Alligator Guy. This was completely under wraps until the drone photos came out of the wedding though. People were really mad about this and thought it was really out of character for her, but I don't know, it feels incredibly on brand for her, to me at least. This is the epitome of what the hell sure though. Okay, next we have Queen Never Cry. This spawned from the webtoon comic The Key Sisters. I know the Four Seasons baby is mad as hell this girl's getting all the attention right at the end of the year. I'm gonna say Radiation Baby. Next we have the Saddam Hussein hiding spot. These diagrams are always so funny to me. I don't know why. Like, I know they have to show them stiff as a board, but in practice, it ended up becoming a huge trend of people looking for different things that were shaped the same way.
Why is my screen time chicken bacon pizza crust Loki serving Saddam Hussein hiding spot?
Which kind of feels like a mashup of the Inkblot test and Where's Waldo? I love this though. And there's even a holiday version. Radiation Baby for sure though. Next we have the It Ends With Us movie. I am not being dramatic when I say that the entire month of August was strangled by the non-stop nightmare press tour for the It Ends With Us movie. Like, you could not escape this thing. I do think it was natural for this to be somewhat controversial considering what it was adapting, but what made it all worse was that Justin Baldoni, both the male lead and the director, wasn't showing up with the rest of the cast during press. Like, he was always doing stuff separate. Mix that with a clip of Jenny Slate talking about what it was like working with him.
I mean, what an intense job. Like to have to do so many things. I just found myself being like, wow, I really just want to have one job at once.
And people ran with it and assumed there was beef, which there was. It turned into this whole Blake versus Justin thing where people were waxing on about how Justin was the only one who truly cared about domestic violence while Blake only cared about promoting her hair care line. And there was also apparently some strong arming by Blake to get her cut of the movie put out rather than Justin's, even though he was the director. This snowballed into a full-on Blake hate train, which included some interview clips from It Ends With Us, but also some from 2016 when she was promoting Cafe Society, where she was being snarky and honestly pretty shitty to an interviewer.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
And listen, at first, I was on this interviewer's side, but she started to piss me off a bit. Because she saw the traction she was getting from the Blake Lively stuff, so she decided to set her sights on Anne Hathaway next.
So I was gonna ask you to do the first question in singing. Can I sing it to you and you can sing back the answer?
Well, I won't be doing that, but you're more than welcome to sing.
Like, do not touch Anne. She already dealt with her hate train years ago, and she ended up sad and bald. And not to make this about Anne, but I think that people forget that this interview clip was around the time that the Hatha Hate campaign was going on, where the reason that she was getting so much shit and hate from the general public was because of when she hosted the Oscars and was apparently too excited and too over the top. So of course you wouldn't want to sing in your interview. And like, you would have known that. You were there. Okay, sorry, we got a little off topic. This was a common use clip that people used to show that Blake didn't really care about domestic violence.
So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could...
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't fuck with Blake Lively like that, but But looking at this, I don't understand how she would have answered this question in the first place. Like, of course she'd make light of it. I don't think you should be asking somebody, hey, how can random people come up to you on the street and trauma dump on you just because you've been in a movie about domestic violence? Like, I don't think her jokey response was her saying that domestic violence is a joke. It was her trying to evade a question where she probably wanted to say, there's a very niche time and place for that kind of thing, and I don't want to answer this and make it seem like anybody can just come up to me when they see me and just trauma dump on me whenever they want. And listen, I'm not trying to say that people can't be annoyed with the way this movie was promoted, especially considering the subject matter.
It Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals.
But I just think the clips that were used to paint it all on Blake do not make sense. Ranking wise though, this is absolutely Grease. Send it to me, Rachel. Show me to me, please.
Jesus was seen.
Where, Rachel?
Oh my god.
Show me to me, please. Send it to me, Rachel.
There's so many layers to this clip that I love. The hair, the grunt she makes. Out of all the places in the world he was spotted
in Ohio.
This is perfect. It never gets old. BBL Quaker. George Santos is surprisingly back for a second year, and the reason he's back is because he decided to appear on Fortnite Fridays hosted by Connor Eats Pants on Twitch. This was deeply funny, and I feel like this is exactly the type of absurdist shit that Fortnite was made to host.
Care more about like there's like 100,000 people that are dying in like the Middle East.
Yeah, and well, you should be equally pissed off that. Oh, big win! You won, look at that.
What makes these clips even better though is the presence of the Yoda backpack, because by design, this thing makes noises on purpose every time you do something.
Well, she is, but she seems to...
Absolutely radiation baby though. The phrase, "Did you see George Santos on Fortnite Friday?" has no place in the mind of anybody who spends less than 5 hours on their phone. The Ozempic crisis was in full swing this year. I swear every week there was a new celebrity with like a side-by-side picture and people arguing whether they were on Ozempic or not. I'll be honest, I don't really give a shit what people do to their bodies. Would I do it? No, but who cares? I do think discussions about it are important, but if they weren't so weird. Like, I feel like nobody seems to be able to have a normal conversation about this stuff. It just gets so weird and invasive so quickly. I'm gonna put this in Make It Happen Waterboy though, because it felt like people were just constantly trying to make me care about this, and I just really don't. AI is back for a second consecutive year. Guys, it's not funny anymore. Princess Jane was one thing, these are genuinely starting to freak me out. What the hell is going on? Sorry to this horse though. Like, girl, I don't know, become a YouTuber. There's a demo for you. Absolutely Grease, it's freaking me out and it's everywhere and I want it to go away. Demi is here thanks to a clip of them on the red carpet for their Hulu documentary.
Smile on your servant.
This is a bubbling under meme. Honestly, I don't see it that often, but it's funny. Demi is such a gold mine for this shit. Love them. Radiation baby. Guys, what the fuck is this? I've only started seeing this in the past 2 months. It's apparently called Just a Chill Guy, and apparently it's a resurgence. Like, this was popular before, but I've never seen it before. Personally, I don't like it because I only ever see it used in ads. Therefore, I believe it's been astroturfed. Like, ooh, that's getting bleeped. So you'll never know whose name I said. This is Make It Happen Waterboy. Next we have This Is Going to Ruin the Tour. This was pulled from a conversation between Justin Timberlake and the police after he was arrested for a DUI. Girl, I know something that ruined the tour more. The album it's promoting. This was funny for like a second, unfortunately. It definitely overstayed its welcome. Grease. The WNBA had a very big moment this year. I usually don't include sports in this, but I kind of love this. You had stars like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, so many people tapped into the season, and I love this. BBL Quaker tier. There were a lot of buzzwords this year, so we're gonna do a bit of a rapid fire. Demure and mindful. Grease. I'm sorry. I love the person who coined it, but oh my god, this is like nauseating to hear now. Yapping. Grease. I know a lot of people love this one, but this is so harsh on the ears to me. What happened to blithering? Blithering flows so much better. That Hawk! Grease. The one thing I will say about Hawk Tuah is that she has a voice that would be perfect for a park ranger mascot.
Anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Next we have The Substance. I really liked the movie. There were a lot of memes from it, including, quote, Demi Moore's weird-looking dog. There was also the half-hearted conspiracy that both Sabrina Carpenter and Hillary Clinton take the substance. I'm gonna say Radiation Baby, because showing a video of an old woman getting dragged through a hallway to a coworker and claiming it's funny, I can't imagine that going well. My coworker is my reflection, so. 2024 was also home to the fall of J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez, 53, proves she can still be playful while she gets ripped apart on the internet.
I used to live here. I used to live here.
It was bad for Jennifer this year, oh my god. It was like all of the shady facts that she had kind of compiled over the year broke like a dam, and people were losing it. They were calling her out for stealing vocals. My favorite example being on Ain't Your Mama, where you can blatantly hear Meghan Trainor singing the chorus. She did not give a fuck. The clips of her talking about her bodega order were also memed on.
Ham and cheese on a roll with an orange drink, if you know, you know.
I've seen it, yeah.
Then her Amazon movie that she spent $20 million on about her relationship with Ben Affleck, only for it to flop on top of the documentary about making said movie also flopping.
I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block. Be wild and no limits, all dreams.
Then the adjoining tour getting cancelled amidst reports of low ticket sales. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for Jennifer, they were dunking on her for flying commercial. Jenny from the cabin? I thought we didn't want people using jets. I'm gonna put this in What the Hell Sure. Because of what she's been through. She's still singing. Subtle foreshadowing was a big TikTok trend this year. I like this. I like any like America's Funniest Home Video inspired trend. BBL Quaker tier. After the absolute shit show that was the Love is Blind live reunion, it completely shocked me that Netflix was trying live events again. But lo and behold, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Love you. Love you too.
Every time there's a big fight like this, I'm always shocked to see how many people are like into watching it. It's just not my thing personally. And yeah, whatever, Jake Paul won. But that beard scares me. It looks like Keemstars. I don't understand why they landscape their beards like that. It makes them look like devious little lawn gnomes. I don't like it. I'm gonna put this in Make It Happen Waterboy. It felt like everyone was trying to convince me to care about this. And I just don't. Of course, we have to talk about the Detroit Bridgerton ball. This came after a few Bridgerton experiences that were run by Netflix that were super extravagant and glamorous. You show up in a nice dress, there's performances and music, you get referred to as Milady, you dance and shit. Super simple. The Detroit Bridgerton ball, which was not affiliated with Netflix, was supposed to be a similar experience. And expectations for this thing were high considering that the ticket price range was $119 to $1,000. Upon entering though, attendees realized that some people were dressed for the event and some were dressed for a barbecue. And there was a sad lone violinist trying her best. Which I mean, this does look like a pretty big shit show, but at least my favorite Bridgerton character still showed up. Big ass yellow electrical fan. Oh, there was also a single pole dancer who was apparently hired hours before. Easy BBL Quaker. I love a badly run event. What can I say? Fiona, is that a ghost behind you was sent in?
Is that a spirit in the background? Fiona, is that a ghost behind you?
No, it's my daughter.
This was originally taken from a TikTok live. Easily the most fascinating place on the internet. It's like TLC, but without the moderation of network TV. I didn't see this one. Honestly, my TikTok For You page is kind of all over the place these days. But I do find solace in this girl also having the skin tone of paper. I'm gonna put it in Make It Happen Waterboy though, because I did not see this one. I think the more popular iteration of this was Mama, a Girl Behind You.
Mommy, a girl behind you.
I like the video. I think the video was good. Trend was meh though. I'm sorry. My favorite thing about this trend though was this girl's Halloween costume because her Bitmoji is taking it.
Oh, I just love it. I love the camera so much. And the camera loves me.
Like, why is she mogging the original? Respect your elders. I'm gonna put this in What the Hell Sure, just because I would like this to be left in 2024. I'm manifesting. Like, this is the peak. We're not beating this. Why was there so much unasked for Elon Musk content this year? Like, go away. His biggest moment that was sent in the most was this.
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
This is just very Grimes to me. Like, that's all I have to say. Also, he's annoying as fuck. 2024 was also the year of Clairo shade. It all started a few days before the release of Clairo's album Charm, where Katy Perry had announced her album cover and somebody jokingly insinuated that Katy was trying to steal Clairo's thunder. This might be Clairo shade, because 1, 4, and 3 respectively correspond to letters to ADC in the Latin alphabet, which could stand for and die Clairo. Why does this shit always start with Katy Perry? It just kept snowballing throughout the year until we eventually reached the apex, which of course was the Clairo-themed lesbian rooftop party in Bushwick, where someone fell through the skylight. In attendance was a cake that had Clairo shade written on it. This is perfect. BBL Quaker. Next we have Selena Gomez because of what she's been through and she's still singing. This came from a viral street interview where a woman gave the most bizarre choices when asked to choose between pop stars.
Selena Gomez because of what she's been through and she's still singing.
It's not even just the fact that this occurred to her in the moment, it's the way she words it. It's so good. I love this. I quote it all the time. BBL Quaker tier. The Dune popcorn bucket was also a big thing at the time. It went viral for its build. My thing is, I don't want that touching me in the dark. I don't like that. It's also seemed to encourage people to make their popcorn buckets more freaky. I'm putting this in Greece. We need to stop this. This is kind of a weird one to include, but it got sent a lot. Ballerina Farms. It went viral because of how sad the story seemed. Like, I read it and I couldn't believe we couldn't just take her on a damn trip instead of getting her that stupid ugly ass apron.
It was my birthday present from Daniel. Hoping their tickets to Greece.
Oh, my A-game friend!
You're gonna die in 7 days.
These tears don't really work for this situation, so I'm putting it in Greece, but it's because I want her to go to Greece. Without him. Honestly, going through these, there are so many scam events that happened this year. The next one is the fake crumble cookie pop-up. This happened back in September, where a group of people made all of these accounts on social media called Crumble Sydney and started promoting that there would be a pop-up event. So a ton of people lined up for it, expecting it to be the official crumble. Once these people got their cookies though, which mind you, they paid $17.50 Australian for, which is double the price that they cost in the States, they noticed that the quality wasn't there. And it turned out the reason for this was because it wasn't an official crumble cookie event. It was actually just a group of random people who went, hey, let's go to the States, buy a bunch of cookies, and then fly them over here and sell them for twice as much. Like, of course they taste like shit. They've spent like 14 hours in the belly of a plane. The situation blew up so much that Crumble ended up responding. While the pop-up in Australia was not sponsored by Crumble, we love seeing excitement for Crumble around the world. I'm gonna put this in Radiation Baby. Because why are we spending $17.50 on a cookie? And better yet, why am I aware of it? Next in the movie department, we have Trap. Similar to Madam Web, Trap was so fucking funny to watch in theaters. And I know people are trying to claim that The Girl from Smile 2 is the movie pop star of the year, but I won't let recency bias take that title away from the true it girl, Lady Raven. Tons of great memes came from this movie. Also, Kid Cudi randomly showing up in a 26-inch long 613 wig.
Not harder, damn! Hey!
Where did he get it though? I would like one. I feel like it was just an incredibly dumb movie, but like aware of how dumb it was. Radiation Baby. The Hollywood Reporter feature for the new A-list was sent in a few times, which, oh my god. They set those poor people up. They got skewered online for over a week. What's so funny about this is that the Hollywood Reporter actually didn't label these people as the new A-list, which is what 99% of the criticism was when it was posted. That title was actually for a different article that included people like Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, Sydney Sweeney, Timothée Chalamet. They knew to mention him. The title for this photo set was actually the Content Creator Class of 2024. Like, they set them up for nothing. My question still stands though. Where is the Shein activist? Radiation Baby for sure though. Like, I don't know who a lot of these people are. And I don't mean that in a shady way. I just mean maybe I don't spend as much time online as I think I do. Which is a good thing. Okay, this video is technically 2023, but it was late 2023, okay? And it got steamrolled by the holiday season. It's the Subway employee dancing to Without Me.
Hey! Fuck 'em up!
I love this video so much. When she hits the jig, they're having so much fun in there. I want to be there too.
Let me in. Let me in.
I've also headcanon that both of these came from the same store. Obviously goes in BBL Quaker. This is the final tier list though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though. As always, it's definitive for me. It doesn't have to be definitive for you, so let me know if you would have switched anything around. And if you want to follow me outside of YouTube, all my social medias will be in the pinned comment down below. And thanks again to ThreadUp. Remember, you can use my link below or use the code holidays with Casey to get 45% off and free shipping. But otherwise, really hope you guys have a happy and safe holiday, and I'll see you in the new year.